Hi, I'm Alicia Little with the Digital Jampreneur, and in this episode, we're going to talk about how to make money working online. So we're ready to talk about making money online, but first we need to cover the 3 P's. So here are the 3 P's. The first one is passion. What are you passionate about? What skills do you currently have that you would love to offer as a service online? So when starting an online business, you need to identify what is that thing that I'm going to sell? What service do I have to offer? So you need to turn your passions into profits. Let me give you an example. If you're really good at doing administrative tasks, you had jobs before in administration, you can take your skills in administration, which might be data entry, organization, and things like that, and take those skills and turn them into your online career, being a virtual assistant, for example. So identify what passions you have and identify which passions you can turn into profits. Now, if you feel that you don't have passions that you want to turn into an online business, you can learn a new skill. Let's talk about some of the skills that are in high demand online right now. Now, I did say that you should find out what you're passionate about and turn your passions into a service that you can provide online, but let's say you want to learn a new skill, or you're like, there's nothing that I'm really passionate about. I'm going to tell you some of the skills that are in high demand right now. The first one is transcription. What is transcription? Transcription is just typing up what you hear in a audio or a video. So for example, if this episode of the Digital Jampreneur, you also wanted to read it in addition to watching it, what we would do would we would transcribe it. We would type it up. Now, why is transcription in such high demand right now? Because podcasters are making a lot of podcasts. People are going live. There's a lot of shows like this that people want transcribed and put onto their blog or put into a newsletter. Authors are recording books right now on their phone and taking that and having a transcriber type it all up so they have their new book out. Lots of reasons why transcription is in such high demand right now. And the biggest reason why transcription is in such high demand right now is that people love to learn in different ways. So some people love to just watch videos while others like to read. So a lot of companies are now providing content and information for their customers, not just in video format, but also typed up in a transcription. So how can you do transcription? There are a ton of tools out there that will help you with transcription. One of my favorites is called Otranscribe. It's at otranscribe.com. It's completely free. And what Otranscribe does is it slows down the audio so you can type it up. I talk fast. So if somebody's going to transcribe me, they need to be able to put it into Otranscribe to slow down my voice so that they can type it up. All right, so check out otranscribe.com. Now, our transcribers, our students that are taking our transcription class, are finding a lot of luck doing transcription on Fiverr. So that's a site that I would recommend. And there are other sites out there like Upwork or finding podcasters that need their podcast transcribed. But transcription is definitely a great industry to go into. Jamaica's most popular transcriber is a wonderful lady named Leighton Price. And Leighton makes a few thousand US each and every month doing transcription. All right, the next skill that's in high demand is doing phone calls for companies. So companies all across the world will hire you to call their customers. So for example, if a company just shipped out a bunch of product out the door and they want their customers to know it's coming, they will give you a list of their customers. You will call their customers and tell the customers that the package is on its way. And the company will then get a report back from you on which customers you spoke to, if they said anything, and that is doing a phone call service for a company. there's a bunch of different types of phone calls companies will ask you to make, such as appointment setting. Doctors' offices could have you call all of their patients and sign them up for a virtual service or whatever the case might be. But appointment setting is a really popular one. Another one is mystery phone calls. So a company would hire you to make what they call a mystery phone call. What is a mystery phone call? Well, if a company wants to know how their team is doing in answering the phone, they will hire you to call their office and report back on how the receptionist did when he or she answered the phone. Your report will then help them in training that person to do better. Mystery calls, amazing, so easy to do, and even sales calls. So a company might give you a list of people that they would like you to call and tell them about the latest offer that the company has, right? So phone calls. So we went over transcription, phone calls, and the next one is graphic design. Graphic design is always in demand, and companies will hire you to do design such as Facebook posts and Instagram posts or banners for their LinkedIn profile or their YouTube banner. It's just the sky is the limit when it comes to graphic design. Churches will hire you to make church flyers. Brides will hire you to make their wedding invitation and save the dates card. Companies will hire you to make their thank you cards, and it goes on and on and on and on. Graphic design is a really great industry to get into. Now, a lot of people are afraid to jump into graphic design because they think that they need to buy expensive software and to take a class that's going to teach them how to use Photoshop or Adobe Illustrator. Let me just tell you something. There are free tools out there that you can use that make life so easy as a graphic designer. My favorite one is at Canva, and you can go to thedesigntool.com to get a free copy of Canva. It's a great tool that you can use to make graphic design. Now, this tool allows you to do everything that I mentioned above. Post for social media, banners, cards, flyers, and so much more. So take some time to learn that site and to really go through what it has to offer, and then you'll be great at graphic design. The next P is platform. What platform do you want to go on? There are a few platforms out there that we recommend, specifically Fiverr.com, which we've been working on for the past 10 years, and Upwork.com. Now, out of the two platforms, Fiverr is much easier to get started on, so we really recommend that platform first, and then as you want to expand out, move on to Upwork. But above all of that, you should be posting on your social media platforms, telling your friends and your network about the services that you have to offer. You would be surprised by how many sales you'll make and how much business you'll get just by announcing it out to the world. WhatsApp is also a really good platform to update your WhatsApp status, to put flyers on WhatsApp, and to broadcast to your WhatsApp contacts the services that you provide. Make a really nice flyer for your services, and I guarantee you will be surprised at the response. Keep growing your social media networks, Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, whatever networks you're on, use it to promote your business. And the last of the three P's is payment. How are you going to get paid? Well, on both platforms, they use a payment system called Payoneer. Now, you can also deposit money from both platforms, Fiverr and Upwork, into your bank account. So make sure that you have a bank account, a local bank account here in Jamaica that you can deposit the money into. So you'll get a Payoneer card in the mail when you apply for a card from Payoneer, and that card you can take money out at any ATM machine, and you can also deposit your money. Once it's moved from Fiverr to Payoneer, you can deposit it into your bank account, or from Fiverr straight to your bank account. That's how you'll get paid. So those three P's were, once again, passion. What are you passionate about that you could turn into an online service, right? How are you going to take your passions and turn them into profits? Well, you have to identify what they are first, and then move towards taking those passions and turning them into services online. The second P was platform. What platform are you going to use? We recommend Fiverr, Upwork, and posting on all your social media platforms. And then the last P is payment. How will you get paid? We recommend signing up for a Payoneer card, but even more importantly than that, have a bank account here in Jamaica, and then you can move your money from your online account to your local account here in Jamaica. I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Digital Jampreneur. We talked about the 3 Ps, identifying your passion, so what you can sell online, the platforms that you're going to sell online, and how to get paid, your payment when working online. And then we talked about skills that are in high demand, so you can always learn new skills and offer those skills as services online. We talked about transcription, we talked about doing phone calls for companies, and we talked about graphic design. Thank you so much for joining us on this episode. And to read more, please visit our blog. Go to internetincomejamaica.com. Check out our blog, and you can also check out our courses section to find out more about what we offer and to take courses such as transcription, phone calls, graphic design, and so much more. Thanks again for joining us on this episode of the Digital Jampreneur. Bye for now.